A common question we receive on a regular basis is if it's possible to track multiple collections in the database. Another scenario often inquired about occurs when people inherit a large collection, and due to the size, the inventory is split between different members of the family to inventory, and when they're all done, they need to combine all the inventory into one file. That's easily accomplished, and I'll show you how. For today's demonstration, I'll be working with the Canada database, but it will work with any of the databases, US or Newfoundland, it doesn't matter, they all work the same. So let's begin by inventorying a collection of pennies. We can do a rapid entry for all the 1-cent coins from 1950 to 1970 relatively easily, so we'll do that. So I'm going to choose all the pennies from 1950 to 1970. We're going to find them. There's 27 of them, and then we'll do the rapid entry. And it's found them. Well, let's put it on screen here so we can all see it. And now we're going to rapid entry them all. And let's assume that these were all MS65 in terms of grade. We can also enter a location. So let's say they're in your top shelf, and each coin we can actually select a row and column depending on how you've got your coins configured, and then we'll inventory it. So they've been inventoried. We can run a quick report to show us that they're there, and there they are. Now let's assume that you want to track a separate collection for another family member. This could be your son or your daughter. All we need to do is duplicate the existing database. During the duplication, we can also copy the inventoried records, useful if you purchase more than one coin, say 2 coins, one for you and one for your lucky family member. All we need to do is simply check the box to copy the inventory as well. So for this demo we won't, but I'll show you how. So we go to File, Country Data File Utilities, duplicate the country. We give it a new file name, so I'll call it Canada 2. You could give it any description that you want. Let's call it second collection. And if we wanted to copy the inventory that's in the current database, we would just click this box, but for this demonstration we're not going to. So we've now created a new file called Canada 2, and we'll open that file right now. And now we have an empty database with Canada with no inventory. We can check by, say there's no inventory. So for this collection, what we'll do is we'll rapid entry, let's say we'll inventory some nickels from 1950 to 1970. So we'll do the same thing, rapid entry. This time we'll do the 5-cent coins. And it found 28. And there we are. Now we'll do the rapid entry, and let's put them all as MS65s again, and let's say we can do bottom shelf just to keep them separate, and the location we can say row 2 column 2, and there we are. And if we run the report here, whoops, you'll see that there they are. We can also run a grand totals report to show the 2 different collections. And there's the Canada with the pennies and the Canada with the nickels. Now that we have 2 collections, we can merge the 2 files into one. This would replicate the scenario where 2 different members of the family were inventorying separate parts of a collection, and now you want to merge everything into one file for estate or insurance purposes. So well, let's do that. So first we need to close the file, and then we go to File, Utilities, Merge Countries. Now we choose the source. So what we're going to do is we're going to merge the Canada 2 into the Canada database. So we'll choose the Canada 2. The target country is where we're going to put it into. And there are different options depending on what you want to do if the records already exist. So we're just going to append and add all the new files. We could also create a brand new file. In other words, we could merge these two files into a separate new file. But for now, I'm going to just merge them into the Canada file. So I'll go ahead and merge it. And we're all done. So now we open up the Canada file. This is the one that we initially only had the pennies in, but now if we run the report, you'll see that not only do we have the pennies, but we also have the nickels. I'm going to turn on the view so that you can see here. So that's how simple it is. As you can see, there is much flexibility built into the program to allow you to do what you need to do fairly easily. Watch for our upcoming videos, and happy holidays to all. Alrighty.